both here, standing on business with no fear. I mean that. It's the ring champs when the smoke clears.
Fight fans, it's your boy Ak.
And I'm Barak, the boxing bully.
And this is another one. It's the ring champs. We're one of our favorite people in the sport of boxing, the president of the WBC, Mr. Mauricio Sulaimán. Welcome.
What's up, brother?
Ak Barak.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
What a great
That's
honor.
right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
Our
coming
pleasure.
to the studio,
you.
being here in New York. First off, look, I want to talk a lot of WBC stuff, but recently you awarded a young Brooklyn fighter by the name of Bruce Carrington the WBC belt this weekend, and he was filled with emotion as a president, right? You've been in that space many times, right? But you can tell that the kid dreamed of being a WBC champ. How does it feel for you seeing the just the emotion on a fighter for winning this strap?
It was so special. It has been such a long time since I felt that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Dalton Smith won January 10.
Right.
Similar. It was an
Right.
unbelievable celebration. But I was in Mexico. Here, Shu Shu and I go back. Top Rank did a sensational job
Bringing him
grooming
up.
him,
Yes.
bringing him up, always with the WBC. And it was a tough fight. He got hurt.
Yeah, he
He
got
did.
hurt. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it was
He could
scary.
have been one punch away from
That's right.
from
When the fight
changing
ended,
things
yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Right.
And then he comes out and knocks out in such a dramatic fashion. Then he jumps
Out the
Out of the ring.
out of the ring, and everybody starts celebrating.
Yeah.
And then I get up in the ring with Jill, and we are there and just leave them have their moment.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
And when he comes down from the corner, we had a beautiful moment.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right.
Very
I saw that.
emotional. He's a great kid.
Yes.
Great kid.
Represents the best of the best, same as he was when he was an amateur. Mike Tyson, his dream,
Yeah.
and always so
From the same neighborhood as Mike Tyson, Brownsville, Brooklyn.
and so humble and
Yeah.
so appreciative and so loyal to the WBC.
Right.
Make me feel humble.
Do you see a bright future for him in the sport?
Yeah, bright
Yeah,
future.
Talented
He can
young fighter.
punch. He learned so much Saturday night,
Yes.
Right.
and it's just the beginning.
Right.
Well, you know so many fighters. You've seen them come up. You know them as kids, and you know their stories. So, tell me the most emotional time you had when you're handing a belt over to a fighter. Which one was your most emotional time?
I remember Cotto, Miguel Cotto,
Why is that?
when he knocked out Maravilla Martinez.
Ah.
He dedicated that win to his dad. And my father had recently passed away.
Mhm.
So that moment, when I
Yeah.
presented him the belt and he was looking up, talking to his father, that was very, very sensitive for me.
Were you crying in that moment as well?
Not in that moment,
Right.
but
Right.
Saturday I did.
Oh, you did this Saturday.
Just a little bit
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
because of Shu Shu.
because of
yeah,
Shu Shu.
yeah.
Wow.
I felt that moment from my seat, so I know it's special, and that's why I brought it up and I asked you. And we're living in a climate of there are people in the sport that are not giving the belts the respect that they've always had, right? The belts that kids dreamed of winning over the years. And sometimes it's maybe bigger purses, or we want the biggest name, maybe if it's not a title fight. So you can agree that some fighters are in a tough position because there's so much money going around, into where they might denounce a belt even though at one point in their life they dreamed about winning it.
Money cannot buy everything.
Right.
And there's fighters that reach a certain level that then money is what means
Right.
and what is important.
Right.
But there's no way any fighter does not grow dreaming of becoming a WBC world champion.
Right.
They might win it and win multiple divisions,
Yeah.
and then that moment they can exchange anything
Yeah.
for money. And that's the way boxing is.
Right.
And Cotto, he gave up the belt because of money. And today we are best of friends.
Mm.
So I understand it. It hurts. It's
Right.
difficult.
Right.
But there's nothing, there's no one entity, no one company, no one league, no one champion bigger than boxing.
Right.
Boxing belongs to the fighters, to the fans,
Yeah.
and it's an ever evolving sport. I feel very comfortable with the WBC platform worldwide. And even though these are confusing times, I have no concerns.
Mm.
Okay. So I heard a rumor one time that Floyd didn't pay sanctioning fees. Is that true?
Not to the WBC.
Wait, what are you saying? He did not pay?
No. He always complied with the WBC rules.
Oh.
Always.
Mm.
Yeah, I know he always spoke highly. I think he kind of made your belt famous to all of us because he said I believe he's the first one to call it the green belt. Publicly, he's like, yeah, I want that green belt. So now everybody calls it the green belt. You know, do you feel like he made your belt more famous?
I mean, I don't want to...
Oh, he's trying to say, we was already a legacy.
Yeah,
I know that, but I'm just saying.
It's difficult to answer.
For our generation, Floyd kind of spoke highly about this.
I mean, it's difficult, your question, because I don't win. If I say yes or no,
Right.
Floyd, I love Floyd. I just spoke to him.
Yeah.
And he is the greatest ambassador we have ever had.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Those pictures with all the belts.
That's a fact.
Always him standing up for my father, for myself, for the WBC.
Mhm.
Right.
But the green belt is Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson,
Oh, God.
Hagler, Hearns, Leonard Duran.
Yeah,
Chavez.
chill out, bro. Other people wave that green belt.
You're not
I know
understand
what
I'm
you're saying. You could.
I'm saying to the people. People didn't know. They don't. We don't talk about belts. They didn't talk about belts.
I know that green belt from Mike Tyson.
Everybody
days, bro.
knows. They
I
call
knew
it
the green belt from
But
Mike Tyson.
was everybody
days.
calling it the green belt?
Who knows?
Until Floyd.
We knew it was green.
Yes.
We knew it was green back then. All right? We knew it was damn, take it out. All right, speaking
I'll
of
take that out. I'll take that out.
I have to address the elephant in the room because we're close friends with Terence Crawford, and obviously a lot has been said, right, about the sanctioning fees. He just brought up those fees, and his argument was that he made a deal with the other sanctioning bodies for a certain amount, and that you were the only company that didn't want to agree to those terms. So can you give me your version of what went on? Because he put out a post responding to what you said. I don't know if you spoken to him since then or seen him, but you saw the video, I'm assuming, his post.
No, I didn't see it.
You didn't watch it?
No, I saw some of the captions.
Okay.
And people told me,
Okay,
basically,
what he said, right.
I did not want to
You
see
didn't want
it.
to watch it?
Oh,
No, because that's not Terence.
Right.
It was when you speak in social media, sometimes you get
Influenced?
influence, or you are not in the right mind.
Space. Okay.
Let's be very clear. We're not a company. We're non-for-profit.
Right.
We have rules and regulations.
Right.
And we are not the same as any other, for good or for bad.
Okay.
Every penny that comes into the WBC goes back to boxing, one way or another.
Right.
So he knew the amount that the WBC had assessed for that specific fight well in advance.
And supposedly it was 300,000. That's what
300,000, which is a cap,
cap.
Mhm.
much less than the 3% that the rules say that we could enforce.
Right.
But we
don't.
understand.
We
and-
put a cap on it. Right.
And especially this year, last year, that money was to go to the Jose Sulaimán Boxers Fund, which was created back in 2012, and it's drying out.
Right.
We started it with a Hublot watch company.
Mhm.
We had 2 events, but it's drying out. Every year we give grants all over the world to many fighters in need.
To fighters. Just
To fighters.
specifically fighters.
And they don't need to be WBC associated.
Right.
They can be four-rounders.
They just be in need. They just
Fighters in
Right,
need
in
for
need.
housing, medicine, surgery, even to do burials.
So did you consider his offer, or right away you
No.
enforced that?
It's non-negotiable.
Gotcha.
And it's so sad that it goes back to money. Because when you talk about money, and this, you're gonna be the bad guy.
Right. Right.
That's
Very
true. That's true.
unfortunate.
It's
a
iffy.
no-win.
Right. It's a no-win, really. But you said that he didn't pay sanctioning fees for the Majimov fight as well.
Yes.
But so how does this work? Before you fight, is there a contract you sign saying I'm going to fight for this designation, this title, and I'm going to pay the 3% or the 300,000, whatever it is? Does he have to sign anything beforehand, or is it an unwritten policy?
No, there are contracts. Once as a promoter you submit and you get the sanctioning, the rules are there.
Right.
And boxing has been there forever. It's not something new. He has been a champion 12 years.
Yeah.
It's not something new. But I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to. I mean, I can respond everything.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But I'm not going to talk bad about Crawford.
No, that's not what I want. You know, because we definitely don't want that.
You definitely have to say your part, though.
Well,
your
my part
in
is
this, and
he knew he was fighting for the undisputed recognition, the 4 belts that Canelo had fought. He had fought 12 years as a champion.
Right.
And they had the amount, plenty of time before the fight.
Why doesn't it come directly out of the purse? Do you guys ever negotiate that
We
type
cannot.
of thing? Can't do that.
You cannot do that.
Can't do that.
Right.
So the fighter actually has to make the effort to do that. And Canelo has always complied as well?
Yes.
Hmm.
Everybody has complied.
Right.
As I said, Miguel Cotto,
Right.
that was 8 years ago or more.
Right.
Through the WBC, he was able to get to fight Canelo. The biggest fight of his career as terms of money and exposure.
Yeah.
And he did not want to comply, so he lost the belt on the week of the fight. We sat down that same day at the MGM, the people from Rock Nation, Golden Boy, and me. And I said, work it out and we will recognize it.
Right.
They had percentages if he walked in as a champion, if he didn't walk in as a champion. I mean, all these things that are, very unfortunately, money comes into place and it is not, but these are the rules.
And Crawford has complied all of these years because you say he's been champion.
And we have offices. We have 50 employees in Mexico City. We have offices remotely around the world.
Right.
We have committees. We have medical research. We have all the social responsibility programs.
Wow.
I mean, this is the money goes to operate.
Right.
And it is clear, and you can see it, you can feel it.
That's why I don't get into those kind of conversations, because I've been in other countries and seen you do the work. I've helped. I've seen you go to the places where the kids are sick, or I've seen you help fighters that never won a WBC title, and you help them. I don't understand, but people don't know that.
People need to talk about it.
People just don't know that. So that's why we had to give you a platform to talk about the things that you do.
When we help, we don't advertise it.
Right.
It is like saying, I'm doing this so I can get recognition.
So people can see it, right.
No. People that have asked for help, they're so humble and so deeply sorry to have to ask. Many of them don't even want, it comes from different sources that they are in need.
Mm-hmm.
Today, a fighter is being buried. They did not have the money to bury him, and we paid for it.
Wow.
So
is it the next WBC champion?
He's here. He was here.
In America?
In America, yes.
Wow.
So how do you...
Dennis Milton.
Dennis Milton, okay.
Oh,
wow.
Okay. Wow.
They did not have the money to bury
and you
Friday.
Guys take care of it.
So we paid it Friday, and today he's putting to rest in an honorable way.
Thank you for that. So how do you feel about when they say, oh, all of these belts, there's too many belts, they all need to go away, and then Zuffa Boxing is saying that they're coming to take over and get rid of all of the belts?
Well, good luck.
Tough business, right?
I mean, they're coming in so aggressively and so arrogant. They made a mistake. Had they come in and said, look, this is going to be an option for boxing, we're going to do our thing, it's going to be sensational, blah, blah, blah. Why get into the aggressiveness of blaming the promoters, blaming the organizations, blaming everybody else, and promoting their. That's what they did with the UFC. Many years ago, they said, boxing is dead, now UFC. But it's their style. I deeply regret the way I was treated by them in Las Vegas when Canelo fought Crawford. It was one of the most horrible experiences I ever had.
Really? Like what?
Yeah, they were the promoters, and they did everything to undermine everyone in boxing. The 4 organizations, the promoters and managers of the fighters who were fighting in that card, the media. Ask your peers who cover boxing where they were sitting. And the people who cover MMA or UFC, they were sitting ringside.
Wow.
So it's very low class, very arrogant, very bullish or bullying. I don't know how to say it. But I wish them luck. If they do good for boxers, great. But the way they're presented it, in changing the law that today protects the fighters, then it's good for boxing and for boxers.
And that's the Muhammad Ali Act.
The Muhammad Ali Act came about the late 90s. It was the work of Senator McCain and Senator Reid.
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones, many fighters got information, they put it in, and then they made the law which oversees boxing in the United States.
Okay.
The UFC was very clever to lobby their way into not having the Muhammad Ali Act run MMA. So they go their own way. They have everything.
Their own rules.
It's a wild, wild west. They are the belt, the rankings, the television, sponsorship, all the income.
Everything.
It's a one-stop
shop.
universe.
Right.
And the money goes to build that multi-billion enterprise from the money of the fighters putting their life in the octagon.
Wow. When it should be probably the other way around.
It is in boxing.
It is in boxing.
Of course, boxing has all levels. You have club fights.
Right.
Yeah.
You have a mid-level. You have high level. You have stadium fights.
Right.
But when you make it to the big leagues, all the money, 80% goes to the fighters, and 20% to the promoters. In the UFC, it's much. It's like 1783 and even less.
So do you feel that you and the other sanctioning bodies are about to be in a fight and are going to have to go to war, so to speak, against those other entities?
No. I did an open letter last week as WBC. Everything is going to be okay.
Okay.
If you are a promoter, a manager, a trainer, a fighter, just keep doing what you're doing. Work harder.
Right.
Make the correct decisions. Make the correct deals. Sit down with your opponent promoter and make the fights happen.
Right.
Look for networks. Look for sponsorship. Sell tickets.
Right.
Promote interesting fights.
Right.
So if you get to work, everything will be all right.
Right.
The WBC has 176 countries affiliated.
Dang.
Boxing is about a Filipino kid, Manny Pacquiao, a Japanese kid, Naoya Inoue, Tyson Fury from the UK, from the Ukraine, Usyk, Chavez, Canelo, Mexico. It's a world
Global
sport.
Yeah.
And a career of a boxer is built for years. You cannot just make it up.
Right.
So I hope things change. A good, solid promoter with so much money, with a great platform like Paramount, they could do good for boxing.
Good for boxing.
There's no need to come in and do it the way they're trying to do
How's your relationship with Turki Alalshikh? Because at one point, it seemed as you guys had a great rapport. You were involved in a lot of Riyadh season events and all of that. Did something happen? And if so, can you address it?
No, we have a sensational relationship.
Okay.
We just met here in New York.
For the first time here in New York? Oh,
No, I met him
just
many
okay,
times.
that's what
but
I was about to say.
We were here in New York
Okay.
for this event, and we had a meeting, very good meeting. I respect him, I admire him, and I thank him because he has given in only 2 years. If we think back,
Yeah, I know.
it was October 23 only,
Yeah.
and it seems like it's been a decade.
Yes,
Right,
it's so
yeah,
true.
yeah.
2 years.
The champion was Tyson Fury, Beterbiev,
Right.
Canelo. Now everything, but so many people have made so much money.
Yeah.
There have been great events. You have movies and cartoons and products, and boxing is back.
Award show.
Yeah.
What's your take on the award show, the Ring Awards?
It was
It's an
amazing.
event.
It's like the Oscars.
Best
Yes,
boxing
yes,
event I've ever
yeah.
seen.
Yes.
It is something that puts boxing in the place it deserves
Yes,
to be.
yes. It was great to be a
Yes,
part of that
yes.
red carpet. And
So-
because fighters need to be elevated like that. Sometimes they're recognized outside. Yes, it's great winning a champion, but some guys might not win a world title, but will win the knockout of the year. Now you're being recognized. You get to dress up, walk a red carpet.
Beautiful.
I think it's an amazing event.
Yeah, it was
Absolutely.
amazing. And the Grand Prix last year was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it
incredible.
was thanks to Turki Alalshikh.
Yeah.
But Turki Alalshikh seems like he's in the middle of a war.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like he's with Zuffa Boxing. He's also with all of these promoters here, bringing everybody together. Seems like peace and love here. And then he's also working with Dana White, but he's stuck in the middle, still being friendly and everybody loves him and he's loving everybody. How is that going to work?
I don't know. I don't know how much involvement in the day-to-day he would have on Zuffa Boxing. I don't know if,
Right.
but I like to try to stay positive and hopefully things will get right.
It seems like he doesn't care about other people's differences. He just cares about bringing great fights to people.
Yeah.
To the fans. That's what it seems like.
He likes boxing. He likes
Yeah.
boxers.
Right.
And it is just, they have a series of fights they have done.
Mm-hmm.
Now they call it the ring. I
Right.
think it's 6. This was
Yeah,
ring
ring
6.
Ring
six,
6.
yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, there are so many elements that you can take for the good for boxing.
Right.
Yes.
The bad ones, let's try to resolve them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's address them. Boxing is a sport that there's always going to be conflict.
Right.
Yeah.
Don King and Bob Arum, they hated each other. But when there was need to do a great fight, they
They
were
did
best
it.
friends.
Okay. Got
They
you.
did it.
this
Trinidad
happened.
de la Hoya,
Yeah.
which was
Duran
huge.
Leonard.
Oh man.
So, I mean, and it seems like in ring 6, with Shakur versus
Teofimo.
Teofimo Lopez, they recognize on the broadcast the belt. There was no issues there. So it seems like the ring cards recognize the other sanctioning bodies with no issues.
Well, we had the WBC fight with Shu Shu,
Right. Exactly.
and
Shu
it
Shu
was
Carrington.
absolutely, even Rick Reno presented the belt to Shu Shu.
Wow. So it
Because
seems
they
like
had been,
there's some camaraderie there. Like
Yeah.
it's cool. It's all love.
Do you think there can ever be a time where you and all of the sanction bodies sit down with Dana White and maybe try and work something out? Do you think that's something that should be done?
I don't know,
So that
because
maybe you can work together in some kind
Yeah,
of way?
but Dana has clearly addressed that he doesn't. I
Right,
mean,
but conversations can change things. So I'm just saying, you can have a beef with somebody and hate them for 10 years and then come and have a face-to-face in one sitting
to
and
squash
say,
it.
you know what, I'm going to let all of that go.
of course,
So do you
Dana-
think that's
Dana-
something that should happen?
Dana is a man of sports. He's a man of boxing. He came from boxing. And he has been very successful in business in MMA.
Mhm.
But I think he has a very sweet spot
Yeah.
for boxing.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I have absolutely nothing against. I just will not tolerate to be humiliated or
Right.
try to be run over.
Okay.
For the boxers need protection even from themselves.
Yeah, that's so
That's
true.
true.
That's so true.
A boxer would be willing to fight 15 rounds if they tell him,
Yeah.
20 rounds, 25, or
Yeah.
fight without gloves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Look at that bare knuckle thing.
Yeah.
And that slap competition.
Mhm.
People, they're warriors. They're willing to do whatever is
They'll
needed.
risk their lives
to earn a
anytime and
billion.
feed their families.
Exactly.
But I think a conversation maybe should be had in the future, but who knows? And you might begin to coexist without any issues. But then if they start getting more champions, then what happens? Let's say they have a belt and then you have the WBC. How do we work that out? Have you thought about that at all?
There's always opportunity for everything. But all I can say, we will always have the best champion in the WBC. Regardless.
What's going on? It's Barak the Boxing Bully, and we've teamed up with DraftKings Sportsbook because it's the ultimate destination for betting on the big fights coming your way this year. Okay, it looks like David Benavidez is set to take over Cinco de Mayo. It's gonna be his weekend. Possibly. The biggest complaints was he was always a weight bully. Now he's moving up to 200 pounds, fighting a unified champion, Gilberto Ramirez. There's no more weight bully, no more excuses. He's fighting a very, very skillful guy who's very good, multiple championships in 2 weight divisions, but has never really fought the big names. That's one thing David Benavidez has over him, the experience with the big names, fought about 4 champions in a row and beat David Morrell. So this is gonna be a tough fight for both guys. We partner with DraftKings Sportsbook to give you guys an incredible offer. New customers can turn a $5 bet into $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. A minimum of -500 odds required. Sign up using our promo code ATSFights. DraftKings has something for every sports fan. So what you waiting for? Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and use our promo code ATSFights to level up your fight night experience.
Isn't it ironic that Ryan Garcia, who's also a good friend of ours, I remember there was a point in time when he was waving that belts don't mean nothing in the sport. And now he's fighting for the WBC welterweight crown, and he's been saying the opposite, like he's excited to win this title against Mario Barrios. Did you know at the time when he was in that mode, did you know that eventually he'll be in this place wanting to win a world title?
I know Ryan for a long, long, long time. He was a silver champion, then he was interim champion, but
Yes.
through all that process, I was close to him, to his mom, his dad, his sister. They have always had mental wellness issues. It's well known. He was interim champion. He beat Luke Campbell during the pandemic.
Yes, I was there.
And he had to retire for a year because he had issues.
Right.
Yeah.
So he went through the lowest of his life in the process of beating Haney. We were very much into that process with the New York Commission, with the promoters.
Right.
And then the unfortunate thing happened. He didn't make weight. There was no, and then the positive, and then the social media, incredible things. So the WBC expelled him from the WBC. But at all times, we remain very close and cooperative and offering support. And he knows that. So all this time, even though he was in a very low place, we were there for him. He proved that he had emerged and did what he needed to do. So we believe we all deserve a second opportunity.
Yes.
And we're thrilled. I'm so happy. You saw what he did in the press conference.
Yes, yes.
He said, I love the WBC. He had these girls.
I remember WBC, they all had it. So that was my point. I brought that up because I was at that press in LA, and I remember that's the first thing that hit me. Man, I remember when he was saying this. Now he has 3 women coming out with the WBC.
He's such a nice person.
Good kid, man. Good
Really.
All right, so we have the Untold Story segment, right? But I also know that you've been around the sport since you was a little kid. So you've been around Mike Tyson when you were young. And do you have any Mike Tyson stories at all that we would be shocked to hear?
So many.
Really? Share one or
I'm
two.
going to tell you one that it was 1988.
Okay.
WBC convention, Mexico City. Tyson was the world champion before he lost to Douglas.
Yeah.
I mean, he was at the top of the top of the top. Muhammad Ali was there. Don King, Tyson, Ali, Chavez, Duran. So there was a meeting in the hotel, and then we all went to a luncheon to a restaurant. So we had to go on buses.
Yeah.
So there's this bus with all these champions, my father, Don King, and board members and the champions. And the driver, he's just so excited
That he has everybody
that
on
he
board.
has everybody because he was a boxer when he was a kid.
Oh, wow.
So he's notably excited. And a taxi almost crashes into him.
Yeah.
So he puts on the brake. The taxi gets off his car. He gets off the bus. And they start fighting.
Oh, what?
And the whole bus, the champ Tyson is going, go hit him, get him. He knocked out the taxi driver.
What?
Walked into the bus into huge ovation.
And then your father came and gave him a belt. Here you go, champ.
It was amazing. I mean, it's
I
something.
thought you were going to tell me that maybe the fighters got out of the car. But they didn't have to. He caught the dude.
He got it that, there was no telephones, no camera, nothing.
No
So
social media.
that's all in the memory.
Wow.
Luckily, no police, neither. And then you got back in the bus and he left.
And this was in Mexico City.
Mexico City. Well,
I can imagine.
no, I think the police were cheering.
I can imagine.
That's
I'm just picturing
crazy.
the taxi driver being so excited with all these greats in the car. That's an amazing story. Wow.
Mike
Man.
is unique.
Yes.
That time, different trip. Was it the same trip? Maybe. We are having dinner, and he says, I'm so tired of being with your father and Don King, old people. I mean, he was 21, 22, I was 18.
Yeah.
He says, can we go out? I said, of course. So we walked to the hotel, and my friend had the car, and he says, I'm going to walk in, and then I'm going to run out and jump into the car, and we go.
Right. So nobody stopped him for autographs.
It was a very entertaining night.
Really? So it was just you and him?
And a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Then I had to call my brother, who's older, Hector.
Oh, you just gonna skip the whole night like that, right? You're gonna skip the whole night.
So
I called my brother, said, please help me out. Because
Mike wants to go out. And
Mike wants to go out, and I was young,
Yeah.
He came in, we went to a disco. Mike, so respectful to everyone. People would come, please dance with my girlfriend.
Right.
He would dance, very respectful.
wow. So even though it was Mexico, Mike was still huge there. Everybody knew him
Oh,
there still.
huge. And then he would walk out and see kids in the street, gave them $100 each,
Wow.
and bought them sneakers.
All kids that didn't
Nice.
have
He
sneakers.
did that several times that I saw it. Also in Culiacán, when we went to see Chavez, and then Chavez's mother cooked for Mike and everything.
Really? Oh, Culiacán is where Chavez Sr. is from.
Where Chavez Sr. is from.
Incredible. I know you guys are close. And speaking of Mike, I seen that they're going to do an Iron Mike Legacy in Vegas with like an immersive experience
Amazing.
with Mike Tyson. How do you feel about that?
I love it because those who lived the Mike Tyson era knew about it. But when you are going to have the opportunity to walk into a place, and you're going to be walking in Brooklyn
Oh, God.
in the 1980s,
80s, early 80s.
Oh, is that what the experience is
70s?
like?
Yeah, 70s.
Yeah, you're going to experience that
Wow.
with videos and
Holograms
artificial
and stuff like that,
holograms.
yeah.
Wow.
It's 9 different rooms. You're going to have the Cosamato era.
Oh, when he was in
And you're going to see Mike
Catskills.
Tyson like he interact.
You can interact. Oh, my
It's,
God.
Really?
it's
I
See
amazing.
pigeons probably flying around.
Pigeon, of course. The
Wow.
pigeons are such a big part of his life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mike Tyson, he will be talked about 500 years from now, 1,000 years from now.
Mhm.
Like we talk about,
Joe Louis and Jack Dempsey.
forget about boxers.
Right.
We talk about Cicero
Yeah.
and all these
Wow.
great personalities of
Right.
history. Mike Tyson is huge.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Absolutely. That's incredible right
But
there.
this matter in Vegas is going to be amazing.
I can't wait for that.
It's going to be amazing.
Who are Mike Tyson's been a great ambassador for WBC. So is Floyd Mayweather that you mentioned. What young fighters have some of those same characteristics that you'll be proud for them to, wear this belt?
Dalton Smith is very, very special.
Yeah.
Shu Shu.
Shu, for sure.
That was something special.
Yeah.
I like Pitbull Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
He's got something. And it's just so many fighters. And there's a kid, 16-year-old from Mexico City.
Mm-hmm.
El Güerito de Tepito.
El Güerito de Tepito.
Very thin, young. He's got incredible social media following.
Okay.
And hard work. His story is incredible. He was abandoned by his parents, and he lives in the most dangerous part of the city. So he's an unbelievable kid. And his dream is just to be a WBC champion. And then the girls, you meet the girls. There's Camila Zamorano. She's 17 years old.
Okay.
She's a world champion, just graduated from high school.
Wow.
And she's so beautiful, and she's like but when that bell rings, she's just superior. She's a great fighter.
I want to, before you get out of here, I have to address Shakur Stevenson and his performance against Teofimo Lopez. You've been around for so many great champions like Floyd, Terence, and everybody in between, skill set. How skillful is Shakur Stevenson compared to the all-time greats?
He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. He has it all. Last fight with Cepeda, he
stood in the pocket.
He stood it up. So I think he's got the potential of all-time great. He's a great fighter.
You see him people are moving him up to top 5, top 4 pound for pound after beating a guy like Teofimo, who is so accomplished in beating Josh Taylor, Lomachenko, and so on and so forth. Can he be number 1 pound for pound in the world? Do you see that for a fighter like him?
I think so, because it is not Saturday night.
Yeah.
He's coming from 3 weight categories, beating the best of the best.
4th division.
He defeated Oscar Valdez soundly.
Easily. To unify.
Made him look like an amateur.
Yeah.
No, he's a tremendous fighter. Now he's in super lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
He was the WBC super featherweight, and then the WBC lightweight. Now he has moved up.
He still has the title at lightweight, correct?
Yeah.
No, he moved up, and
I know, but
he said he can move back down to 135.
Does he still have that title at lightweight?
I don't think so, because we contacted him many times to have a definition
if he was going to stay.
If he's going to stay, but I see him remaining in super lightweight and make.
He looks so good and strong at that weight class. That's a good point. So who's the WBC?
Dalton Smith.
Dalton Smith just won it. Yeah.
So how realistic is that fight to happen? Dalton Smith versus Shakur Stevenson.
That could be a huge fight.
Yeah.
Huge fight.
Dalton Smith has a mandatory with Puello.
Puello's a tough fight. Yeah.
And I mean, you can never. Subriel Matias was a great champion. Yeah. It's a great division.
100%.
There's a lot of activity.
Has there ever been a time where, because sometimes the fans, when they hear mandatory, but they really want another fight to happen, they like, oh man, why you got to fight a mandatory? Like when Canelo fought Yildirim. He was on a trajectory of fighting all the undefeated 168-pound champions, and then he had to fight that in the middle, which was cool. Whatever, he knocked him out. Has there ever been a time that there was a mandatory that you had to enforce, but you was like, damn, I really want him to fight someone else?
That fight changed the WBC rules. Avni Yildirim.
Remind me, because I think I remember, remind me.
Because it was the pandemic era.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the middle of the pandemic. Avni Yildirim had a great fight with Dirrell.
Yeah. It was a draw or something like that?
No, technical decision.
Technical decision.
He was overcoming. He probably would have won the fight, but then there was a headbutt. The fight got stopped and lost a technical decision.
On the cards, right.
So the WBC ordered a rematch, but allowed Dirrell to fight Benavides, and then the winner had to fight Yildirim.
Yes.
Then the pandemic hits. Oh, Benavides knocks out Dirrell, becomes the champion.
Yeah.
And then the pandemic hits, okay? So Avni, from fighting Dirrell, waiting for Benavides Dirrell, and then the pandemic, he could not enter the USA. Because of the pandemic, there was no flights.
Okay, right.
The WBC gives the opportunity Benavides to make a defense, of course, in a bubble. He goes in the bubble,
Miss weight.
cannot make weight, and loses the title.
Right, that's what happened.
So the WBC rules had Avni Yildirim as the one in line as a mandatory because he almost 2 years passed. So Canelo requests to fight Callum Smith for the vacant title.
Yeah.
And Yildirim accepts it, and then with a commitment to fight him next.
I'm glad you explained that because there was a lot of complaining going on around that time. And I didn't know, I was like, how was he the mandatory? I never got it explained to me like that.
And then the performance, the inactivity, everything. It was a shameful, mandatory. It was the consequence of something, but at the end.
So what changed? You said
the rule.
That. Okay, what rule?
The mandatory rule.
Okay.
Now, the rule says you have to fight your mandatory once a year. But now we have managed each weight category to make sure that no mandatory gets in the way of the best interest of the sport.
Wow,
come on, man.
That's great.
No, come on, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, let me tell you, we all wanted an undisputed heavyweight champion for years.
Oh, yes.
So we were pushing and waiting on the mandatory. So Wilder was going to fight Joshua.
Yes.
Then Tyson Fury wins and gets the title. From that moment on, we started pushing towards the Fury, Joshua. Then Joshua loses.
Right.
And then finally, it is done. Tyson Fury against Usyk. And the WBC approves that fight and approves the rematch. And the WBC says we are not going to have a mandatory contender unless he's of the highest level. Because that's when all this Riyadh season began. And you look at all the heavyweight fights that have happened.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
So that's why we are managing every
but
weight
stuff
category.
like this needs to be broadcasted. That's why I'm glad you're saying it now. But I didn't know this.
Yeah,
Because
I didn't know the rules change actually.
Because we don't have the channel. We don't have the voice
Right.
unless you
Yes.
gives like this.
Give
This
us
is
the
great for
platform
us.
to do.
Right.
It's safe to say that WBC is not worried about the climate in boxing right now. You're not concerned, and you're looking forward and very optimistic.
Very
for the sport.
optimistic. Look,
In other words, I ain't scared.
no
I ain't
way.
scared of nothing.
No, I'm excited. Look, January 10, 2 title fights in Germany, 1 title fight in Barclays Center.
Yep.
From then, we had a few fights, international titles, women's boxing. Then, this past weekend,
Wow.
I'm so sorry about Carlos Adames.
Yes.
He could not defend against Williams,
Yeah.
but we had Shu Shu,
Two fights, yeah.
sensation. Now, Japan, Inoue against Nakatani. It's a great lineup of fights coming up.
The sport is thriving, folks.
It is thriving.
And nobody is worried. Thank you as always, Mauricio. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Mauricio
You know, I
Sulaimán.
appreciate you both.
Thank you as well.
As always.